Hi, I'm Dr. Ann Skemp, a pediatrician at South Lake Pediatrics. At South Lake Pediatrics, we work hard to assist our parents in using the best child development strategies. Today, we're continuing our parent education program with a practical conversation with Dr. John Paulson. Dr. Paulson has served as both Chief of Pediatrics and Chief of Staff at Maple Grove Hospital. He's my partner at South Lake Pediatrics, and he was selected as a top doctor in Minneapolis and St. Paul magazine. Dr. Paulson has a gift for caring for kids of all ages, but he especially enjoys working with toddlers. Today, he's going to share a talk called Toddler Behavior, Dr. John's Rules for Better Behaved Toddlers. It's great guidance for new toddler parents. Welcome, Dr. Paulson.
Thank you, Dr. Skemp. I'm Dr. John Paulson, a pediatrician at South Lake Pediatrics. Do you have a toddler that doesn't listen? Of course you do. None of them listen. We all know how tough the toddler years can be with all those tantrums and testing. Well, today I'd like to share some rules to follow that will help you help your kids be better behaved. One of the most important things you can do as parents of toddlers is establish your authority. If your kids don't listen to you by about 5 or 6 years old, it really gets to be tough. This is more important than potty training or getting them to eat their vegetables. This is where you need to put your mental energy. The first rule is don't raise your voice. You are a model on how to act, and if you use your tone to make your point, if that's what kids see, that's what they do. So don't use emotion to get your point across. Number 2, don't repeat yourself. If you have to say it a second time, you need to get up and deal with it. Anything you say and tell them to do, it's up to them. Anything you do, it's over. So when they climb on the coffee table and you say, get off the coffee table, and they smile back at you with that, what are you going to do about it grin, they know that they are the center of attention. What they do next dictates what you do next. Plus, it's kind of fun to be up here anyway. So let's just see what happens. And if all that happens is, did you hear me? Knock it off. I say, get off of there. I'm counting to 3. All that happens is you are just putting the ball in their court, and they're going to stay up there until you deal with it. So what I want you to do is say it once, get off the coffee table. And if they don't, walk over there and pick them up like a potted plant. Total poker face, pick them up, set them down again, and walk away. Don't escalate the situation. Don't say, I said get off the coffee table. You just pick them up, walk away, and if they climb up again, you pull them down again. And you show them, if you climb up there 10 times, I'm going to pull you down 10 times. I'm going to win. I'm more stubborn than you. Rule number 3, don't give reminders about rules that they know. And by 3, you know all the rules. Even at 18 months, you know 80% of the rules. Hitting, biting, throwing food, you know that. If they're grinning when they're doing it, they know they're not supposed to be doing it. So think about it. If I'm breaking a rule that I know, the only thing that happens to me is I get reminded of the rule and have to follow it anyway. What have I lost for testing that rule? Absolutely nothing. You want to put it on those kids. They know the rules. And think about it. If I run willy-nilly and every time I cross a boundary, mom and dad point out that boundary to me, I don't really have to keep track of where that boundary is drawn. But if I run willy-nilly and every time I blow through a boundary, I get a timeout, then it's kind of in my interest to keep track of where those boundaries are drawn. So put it on them. They know the rules. They need consequences, not reminders. Number 4, if both parents are around, repeat each other. If mom says get off the coffee table, dad says get off the coffee table, it's more likely to happen. Sometimes if I had 2 people lined up against me, maybe that's a battle I'm not going to fight. Number 5, watch those mixed messages. When you're saying, oh, no, you don't, little stinker, you're saying no, but you're really kind of saying you're pretty cute and funny. And defiance is not funny. Rule number 6, pick your battles. Your default answer for anything your kids want to do, even in the teenage years, should be yes, you can do that, unless I have a good reason to say no. And so many people's default answer is, no, let's not do that. That's just easier for me. So when the kids want to get out Play-Doh and you think, oh, I don't feel like Play-Doh right now, but I don't have a good reason other than I don't feel like Play-Doh right now, then get the Play-Doh out. Now, if you're leaving in 5 minutes, that's a good reason not to get the Play-Doh out. But pick your battles. And then rule number 7, for sibling issues, try to stay out of it and let them work it out. To be successful in life, you have to learn to manipulate other people into getting them to do what you want them to do. And that starts with my sibling. They've got something, I want it. What are my options? I can steal it, I can sneak it, I can whack them and take it, I can share it, I can wait my turn, or I can complain to mom and she can get it for me. So I have to work through all these different options, and you want them experimenting within the unconditional love of a family on a sibling and not experimenting on their playmates. I hope you have learned some tricks to establish your authority and positively impact your toddler's behavior. So just to recap these rules. Number 1, don't raise your voice. Number 2, don't repeat yourself. Number 3, don't give reminders about rules that they know and they know all the rules. Number 4, mom and dad repeat each other. Number 5, watch those mixed messages. Number 6, pick your battles. And number 7, let those siblings work it out. Remember, establishing your authority is the most important thing you do in your parenting during the toddler years. If you have specific questions about your child's development or would like to schedule a visit to talk about your child, please visit the South Lake Pediatrics website or just call us at 952-401-8300. We'd love to help you.